I'm stood on Arauca Bridge, which is one of the 4 legal crossing points for Venezuelans into Colombia and vice versa. But actually, most Venezuelans are not using the legal crossing points. They're using one of 200 illegal crossing points. And that's often because they can't get the permissions or the paperwork that they need from the Venezuelan government to enter Colombia. Over 550,000 Venezuelans have fled Venezuela into Colombia, and over half of those are children. But Save the Children estimates that figure is going to be much, much higher, because most of the migrants fleeing into Colombia are actually going via illegal routes, which means that is not recorded. The influx of Venezuelan migrants into Colombia is unprecedented. It's at an all-time high, and the reason they're fleeing Venezuela is because of the political and economic turmoil and the hyperinflation. People simply cannot afford to live. We're seeing a huge increase in the number of cases of malnutrition, particularly in children under 5, and that's because they haven't been able to afford to eat, and the conditions that they're living in Colombia is very, very poor. We've met a number of children who are living on the streets, families living in makeshift communities under tarpaulin shelters. We visited a hospital where there were children as young as 8 months old who were there as a result of suffering from malnutrition. We're seeing a rise in a number of diseases now. Cholera is on the rise, diarrhea, pneumonia, malnutrition, and quite often it impacts those that are the most vulnerable, and that is normally children. Children face huge risks when travelling from Venezuela into Colombia. You can see down here the river. It's a very fast-moving river, and I was told by Save the Children colleagues that a number of children have died attempting to make the crossing from the Venezuela side to the Colombia side. Not only that, but there are a vast number of children who are actually travelling into Colombia alone, and this is exposing them to huge risks, to likes of trafficking and organised gangs and drug cartels. Save the Children is supporting children in Colombia as a result of the Venezuelan crisis in a number of different ways. We have child-friendly spaces, key routes along the border crossing, and there we are supporting children with psychological help, informal education, and just the chance for children to have fun and to play and be with other Venezuelan children. We're also particularly supporting those unaccompanied children, child protection services, to make sure that they are safe from trafficking and being recruited into organised gangs. Also education, working with schools and teachers, providing school kits, hygiene kits, etc. But there is still so much more to do, so Sunday Mirror readers can really help us and support and find out more information by visiting our website. If you go to our emergencies page there, you'll hear more about the situation and the work that we're doing here. The website is www.savethechildren.org.uk, and thank you so much to Sunday Mirror readers.